Guys, it's me, Miss Norris, and today I'd like to share a fun Valentine's Day story with you from the collection of stories called A Village Full of Valentines. Today we're going to be reading the fourth story out of 7 called The Most Beautiful Valentine Ever Made. And this is a really fun story. It's one of my favorites, and it teaches you a nice little lesson that a lot of things can be beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready to hear the story, The Most Beautiful Valentine Ever Made, I am ready to share that story with you. Here we go. The Most Beautiful Valentine Ever Made, number 4. David was walking past Murray's house when he heard groaning and moaning from inside. David knocked on the door. "It's me," he said. "Is that you groaning and moaning, Murray?" So there's Murray and David. David is a dog. Murray is a pig. And David is Murray's friend, and he walks by and he hears, "Oh," and he's, "Oh my gosh, that's my friend. I'm going to go check on him." "Yes, David," said Murray. "I'm very miserable." David went in. "Are you still working on your Valentine for Beatrice?" he said. "Yes," said Murray with a moan. "This is the 3rd day and I'm getting nowhere." The floor was heaped with red paper hearts, and Murray looked worn out. So you can see that he's been working on a Valentine for his friend Beatrice for 3 days. And he's made lots and lots of hearts. I wonder why he's throwing all those Valentines on the floor. "What's the problem?" asked David. "I want to give Beatrice the most beautiful Valentine ever made," said Murray. "And it's not easy." He began cutting another heart from a new sheet of red paper. David looked at the pile of hearts on the floor. Some were shaped like this, or this, or this, or this, or all kinds of different shapes like this and this and this and this and this and this. "How does this one look?" said Murray, holding his newest heart up to the light. So you can see him holding his new Valentine up. It's a lot fatter on one side than the other," said David. Murray began snipping. "Not that side," said David, "the other side." Murray snipped the other side. "Now is it okay?" he said. "Well, it looks kind of skinny and sad," said David. So his friend is trying to help him, but Murray's kind of rushing into it. He just wants to get it right. Do you think he's ever going to find one he likes? We'll have to find out. Murray groaned. He crumpled up the heart and threw it on the floor. "Oh, I may have to give up," he said. "The most beautiful Valentine ever made is just too hard." He sat down. "Well, of course it is," said David. "Why don't you make the second most beautiful Valentine ever made?" So he's saying it's too hard to make the most perfect Valentine ever. And his friend says, "Well, yeah, of course it is, but have you tried making the second most beautiful Valentine?" "Well, that would be a lot easier," said Murray. Or the 10th, said David. "Well, that's possible," said Murray. "Beatrice would like that, wouldn't she?" said David. "Well, of course," said Murray. "She'd love it." "How about the 25th, said David. "The 25th? I could make that by tomorrow," said Murray. He grabbed a broom and began to sweep up. David went out the door. Behind him, he could hear snipping, and Murray began to sing. So you can see that his friend kind of picked up his spirits. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be made with love. And maybe the 25th most beautiful Valentine. That's still pretty beautiful. The end. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you really enjoyed the story, The Most Beautiful Valentine Ever Made. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the page. If you are already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. If you're not a subscriber yet, please click that subscribe button down here at the bottom of the page. And don't forget to click that bell so that you're notified when there's new content. I hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.